Abba, Father. Matthew chapter 13. The same day went Jesus out of the house and sat by the seaside. And great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. He spoke many things unto them in parables, and saying, Behold, a sower went forth to sow. When he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the birds came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. And when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them out. But other fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Whoever has ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever has, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundantly. But whosoever has not, from him shall be taken away even that he has. Therefore speak I to them in parables, stories, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which say, By hearing you shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing. But their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear, and have not heard them. Hear you therefore the parable of the sower. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom, and understands it not, then comes the wicked one, and catches away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which received seed by the wayside. But he that received the seed into stony places, the same as he that hears the word, and with great joy receives it, yet has he no root in himself, but does for only a little while. But when tribulation or persecution arises because of the word, by and by he is offended. He also that receives seed among the thorns is he that hears the word, and the cares and all luxuries and things of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word out, and he becomes unfruitful. But he that receives seed into the good ground is he that hears the word, and understands it, which also bears fruit, and brings forth some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. And another parable put he forth unto them, saying, The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemies came and sowed thorns among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the thorns also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then has it tares and thorns? He said unto them, An enemy has done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, No, lest while you gather up the tares and thorns, you root up also the good wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the time of harvest I will say to the reapers, gather you together first, thorns and tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the good wheat into my barn. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened to a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is the greatest among herbs, and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches thereof. Another parable spoke he unto them, the kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which is a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal, until the whole was leavened. All these things spoke Jesus unto the multitude in parables and stories, and without a parable spoke he not unto them, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables, I will utter things which have been kept secret from the foundation of the world. Then Jesus sent the multitude away, and went into the house. And his disciples came unto him, saying, declare unto us the parable of the tares, the thorns of the field. He answered and said unto them, he that sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, the good seed are the children of the kingdom. But the thorns, or tares, are the children of the wicked one. The enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels, the beings of light. As therefore the thorns are gathered and burned in the fire, so shall it be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, beings of light, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. Then shall the righteous shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who has ears to hear, let him hear. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto treasure hid in a field, the which when a man has found, he hideth, and for joy thereof goeth and selleth all that he has, and buys that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchantman seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had, and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea, and gathered of every kind, which, when it was full, they drew to shore, and sat down, and gathered the good into vessels, but cast the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angels, beings of light, shall come forth, and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast them into the furnace of fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. That was verse 50. And Jesus saith unto them, have you understood all these things? They say unto him, yes, Lord.